Alright, so hello and welcome back to the debugging point. In this video, we are going to take up some questions on pointers. So the first question is, which of the following is a proper declaration of pointer? So pause the video and think which one is correct out of the four options. The correct answer is this one. See, the first one, int ampersand x. We have not studied this thing yet. ptrx is definitely not a correct way because you need to have a data type. Int x is a way in which we describe variables and not pointers. Int star x, it means x is a pointer to variable which is of integer type. Alright. Okay, so moving on. Next question. Which of the following gives the memory address of integer variable I? I'm sorry for writing I, it should be A, alright? So let's make it A. So is it address of A star A or ampersand A? We have studied that for memory address of an integer, we use ampersand operator, which is AND operator. So this is the correct answer. Alright. Moving on to the next question. Which of the following gives memory address of variable j pointed by pointer I? That is, there is a variable int j is equals to 100 int star I, which means I is a pointer to an integer type variable which is ampersand of j. I'm sorry for the mistakes. It should be j here. Alright. J. So just pause the video and try it out. So the correct answer would be I. I is a pointer. It has the address of j stored in it. So just simply I will give you the address of the variable j. Alright. Next question. Choose the correct option for this code. Int a is equals to 100, b is equals to 100, int star p is equals to ampersand a, and star q is equals to ampersand b. Alright, and p is equals to q. Okay, so b is assigned to a. Is b assigned to a? No. B, if we would have done a equals to b, that would mean that b is assigned to a, but here it is not the case. P points to a, points to b. Is that correct? I think it is. See, q is pointing to b, we know that. Q was pointing to a, but after p equals q, the value of q will be stored in p. That means the address of b will also be stored in p now. So now the way pointer p will start pointing towards b. That means this option is correct. Alright, let's see other options also. A is assigned to B. That's not true because B, if A was assigned to B, then this would have been the correct code, this would have been the correct statement. And Q now points to A. I know that's not true as well, because if the vice versa would have happened, if the last line of the code was Q equals to P, then the address of P, the address of A which is stored in P would also be copied to Q, and thus P and Q both will start pointing to A. But that is not the case in here. Alright. Moving on to the next question. Int A is equals to 50. Okay, we are supposed to tell the output for this code. Alright. So what is the correct output? ptr is a pointer pointing to A. Q is also a pointer which is equal to P. Let us draw and try to understand. See, this is A. The value stored in it is 50. Alright. We have a pointer ptr, ptr. It has the address of Q. Thus this pointer P, we say that pointer is said to be pointing towards a variable if the address of that variable is stored in it. So actually the address of the variable is stored in it. So we say that ptr is pointing towards A. Since Q is a copy of ptr, therefore Q also starts pointing towards A. Alright. Q is a separate variable. It has the value of address of A copy which has been copied from ptr, but now since both the pointers have address of A, so both are the pointers to address A, and on doing star q plus plus, this value would be changed to 51, would be overwritten to 51. It will get incremented by 1. So the value C out A actually would be option 151. I hope it is clear to you. I have explained this concept thoroughly in the previous video, so please go and check it out in my playlist of data structures and algorithms in C++. Next question. Int A is equals to 7, int B is equals to 17. In this also we need to tell the output. C is a pointer which is pointing towards B, and suddenly star C is made 7. Alright, so we have a variable A which is 7. Alright, we have another variable B which is given a value 17. Now C is also a variable, but it's a pointer which has the address of B in it. So since it has address of B in it, therefore it is said to be pointing towards B. Alright, now we make star C to be 7. Star C means this value, this memory star C. This is made 17, so 17 is overwritten with 7. I'm sorry, C star C is made 7, not 17. It was 17, now it is made 7, so this value will be overwritten. So now the value of A remains as it is 7, and now the value of B also becomes 7. So option D, the last option, is correct. Alright, I hope it is clear to you. Next question. Alright, we have to tell the output in this case. What will be the output? B is 15, so we are given a variable B which has value 50. So this is 50. The next, we have a pointer ptr. This is variable B. We have a pointer ptr. ptr is pointing towards B. ptr, it has the address of B inside it. It has address of B inside it, thus it is pointing towards, thus ptr is pointing towards variable B. Now star P is incremented. Now we already know that this is a post increment operation, which means it would increment star ptr plus plus would increment the value, this value, by 1 after this operation has completed, which means, so this will print 50 first. In this place 50 would be printed first. After this operation is done, this statement is made complete and we move ahead, then the value is incremented by 1. Alright, after that B becomes, since this value is overwritten and is made 51 by incrementing, so this prints 51. Always remember, if it would have been plus plus star E T R, then and we would have done C out, then actually it would print 51 on this very stage only. But since it is not a pre-increment, rather it's a post increment, that means this statement will first give the value 50, and after giving the value 50 it will get executed, it will get incremented by 1 in the next step. So any statement after this statement in that statement the value of star PTR will be 51. This is a basic concept relating to pre-increment and post-increment. You can study it from various sources online. Alright. So the correct answer is 50, 51. Option number D. Alright. Moving on. So we have to tell the output. In this case, we have two floating numbers, 10.5 and 2.5. We have to tell PTR is equals to ampersand F. That means PTR is pointer to F. Now it is incremented by 1. So it will be made, instead of 10.5, it would be made 11.5. Alright, then we say that star PTR is equals to P, which means the value of star PTR, which is also F, would be overwritten and made the value of P as that of P, which means it would also be made 2.5. Therefore, star PTR is 2.5. Star PTR and F both are same things because they both refer the same memory, which is 2.5, 2.5, and P was already 2.5. So this is the correct option. Alright, moving on to the next part. Alright, we have to tell what is the correct answer, the correct output here. So we have P, which is 7. We have Q, which is 17. We have R, which is a pointer to Q. Alright, this is R, which is a pointer to Q. It has the address of Q. Alright, this is R. Now, P is equal to star R. Star R means, star is the dereferencing operator, so star R means value 17. So value 17 is copied on in, it is copied in the variable P. So 7 is overwritten with 17. Now, R is incremented by 1, star R is incremented by 1, which means this becomes 18. So what is the output for P and Q? P will remain 17 and Q will become 18. So this is the correct output, option D. See, P and Q are completely non-related. This is a different memory, this is a different memory altogether. But R is a pointer to Q and it has the address of Q. That's why whenever we say star R also becomes Q. Star R is also referencing to the same memory. It's just like Gangadhari Shaktiman hai. You see, it's these. So Q and star R basically are nothing but two different names given to the same entity. Alright. Moving on to the next question. Next we have int star PTR is equals to 0. This concept was told in the last lecture, in the last video, which means it's a null pointer. It's a null pointer. So it is not pointing anywhere. This is the ideal way of defining a pointer if you do not have any address, any memory address to allocate it right now. Because otherwise giving garbage values, keeping the pointer uninitialized will have a garbage value in it, stored in it, which can become very dangerous if we start manipulating that pointer. Alright. Moving on, we have int a is equals to 10. So int a is equal p star ptr equals to a. Now see, this line of code will have error because PTR has no address, it has zero address, it has null address, which means it is not pointing anywhere. Alright, so since, see, when a pointer has an address, say it has an address of A, so it is pointing to the variable A, pointer PTR. Alright, but in our case, PTR has no address, it is null, it has zero address, which means it is not pointing anywhere. Thus, we cannot dereference it. Dereferencing is not allowed. You cannot dereference a pointer which has null pointer, which is null pointer. Alright, so this line of code will give error to you, thus error is the correct answer. Alright, so that's it for today, guys. Please like, share, and subscribe my videos if you find them informative so that other students also can take benefit of my video.